Hey, what's going on, you guys? Sitting there, my bracelet is getting stuck on my notebook. It's late, and I wanted to come on because, I was encouraged earlier today, and I love it when God gives us little tidbits of encouragement that we need um, in the seasons of when we're feeling like, gosh, how much longer? Are you waiting on something? Did you feel like God told you that this thing that you desired within your heart was going to happen and it just hasn't taken place? Um, we're in a season of being tired. It's kind of like being weary a little bit, wondering, God, when's it my turn? When am I finally going to be out of this season that I've been in? Um, I have a friend, she's pregnant, and, she's been contracting. And so she just sent me this video recently, and there's something called like prodromal labor. Never had heard of it. So I guess when there's like women that have had multiple babies already, second, third, fourth kid, some of these women can contract, but it's like sporadic. So might have like 4 or 5 contractions in a day, maybe one. They last so long, but it's not consistent at all. It's just sporadic and all over the place. Meanwhile, the process of the labor is occurring, but it's just in like almost like intervals in a sense. And I felt like God was telling me this is where a lot of us are. Um, we're in this season where the promise is right there for our lives, but it's like, you're going through life, you're doing good, and then boom, it just hits you. Maybe it's the hurt or the pain or the frustration, um, or maybe even you're getting angry, you know, about the situation that you've been in. And, it hits you and you just feel it for that moment. And then you kind of get back up and you keep moving and you keep going on in your life. And then boom, it hits you again, and you're questioning God at times. Like, God, why do I keep thinking about this thing? Why can't I just let it go completely? Why do you keep reminding me and nothing has transpired yet? Why do you keep showing me this, But it's just like with pregnancy, there's a seed that's planted, and throughout the course of that pregnancy, it takes patience and time for this baby to grow. It's the same thing when it comes to your promise that God has given you. It's a patient time that you have to be in. It's a time of learning. There's so many lessons that need to be taught during that time frame. And God can't give us what he desires for us and those things that we desire for ourselves too soon, because if he does, we can mishandle it. And I was even reading, I think it was 2 Peter, and it was talking about, I think it's 2 Peter, 3:9, and just talking about how like 1,000 days is like a day to God or something like that, and that he's not slow in fulfilling his promises. To us, it feels like forever, right? The one thing I kept telling God is like, God, life is short. We only have so much time on this earth. Eternity is forever, right? So if we do believe in God, we believe in Jesus, one day we'll be with him and we will live forever. But while we're here, I do believe that God wants to bless us. And not saying that everything is going to be easy in life or that we get everything we want, but there are things that God has destined for our lives that will come, but it's all in due season, so so the birthing pains that we're experiencing is like the prodromal labor that we're having. It's slowly progressing towards that promise. Like I said, in those moments where you feel that hit or that contraction, you just have to pause and you just have to pray, and just breathe. Just breathe. Then you keep going, you keep moving. The promise is right there. What you are waiting on for God, and as I'm giving you this, that, God was showing me, is for me too. but the promise is right there. And you're ready for it. You're finally ready to receive it. You finally matured enough. You finally developed that relationship with God. You know, there's some things like I feel like I've prayed to God about and he's just been silent. And he's not really answered me much on it. And it's like, okay, go back to what he was showing you, where you need to be. What was the last thing he told you to do? And just stay there with him. But then sometimes I think it's just me learning to trust him and have faith, even when I can't really hear what he's saying, or he doesn't answer me, because I haven't forgotten. He's always with me. We can lose sight. We can lose sight sometimes, like if we feel like we can't hear him or we don't know what he's telling us right now. I believe when he's silent, he's testing your patience, not your patience, he's testing your faith. And he wants you to trust him. Do you believe in what I told you? And sometimes I doubt, guys. So, Lord, help our unbelief, right? But anyway, I just want to encourage you because I know you're tired. I know you feel like you've been in this season of your life for a really long time, but you're in the prodromal phase. It's happening. You're in that season and you're getting ready to shut some doors in your life, and there's a new season beginning. You're about to have that baby. You're about to move on to the next phase in the next chapter of your life. You're not going to stay here forever, right? And I believe it's soon. I believe it's very, very soon. And sometimes you just get tired of hearing, oh, this is going to happen. Oh, this is your season. Oh, this is your season. You hear it sometimes to the point where you don't even want to hear words no more, because it's not encouragement anymore. It sometimes feels like discouragement. You're like, God, I've been hearing this forever and I still ain't seen nothing, so just keep your faith. And even when you feel like you can't hear God, he's speaking. He's speaking, because even in the silence, he's speaking, and he just wants us to trust him and have that faith and believe that what he said is coming to pass. So anyway, it's late. I'm tired. I just wanted to post a quick video I haven't been on. So anyway, God bless you. Peace.